Well, Timmy is dead. And with the only option to resurrect him being bringing down an aeroplane with another 200 people on it, murdering them all and sacrificing a child to bring him back, we had no choice. Timmy is gone, and now it's up to us to escape the island and finish the story. Shit. Dougie, Radware, Martin, Azar, Sothan, Shaggy Dan, Robot. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Morning, Radware. Good morning, Dougie. Nobody ever says good afternoon to me. Do you notice I always change it so it fits wherever anybody's from, but nobody ever does it for me. I'm such a victim. Right, this might be the last forest stream. In fact, I think it is. We have a few things to do before we leave, but one of which I have already done over the weekend. I have already checked the extent of the caves and found nothing that connects the cannibals to the main story. So we don't at least have to scan the caves. I did the Timmy bit, Dougie, yeah? And now I'm back on the island and looking for the credits. Now, I think the place I find them... Again, if anybody's got any advice or tips or hints, please keep them to yourselves. But I think the thing we do is we take the key card, or one of the 2 key cards we have, put it in the yacht and leave. The problem is... Well, you say that, Radware. I promised a gazebo, a sundial, and a houseboat. Now, Sothan, I've got bad news. I don't know how possible a houseboat is. Not a houseboat, sorry, a sundial is. Because you can't write anything in this game, right? Therefore, I don't know if we'd be able to mark the points on a sundial. So that might not be possible. But probably at some point in the early part of this, probably after the midstream break, we'll put the key card in. But look, I already scanned all of the caves. Look at my new bow. Ooh. Dougie, thank you for the good afternoon. Good morning. So, we've got a few last minute bits to do, and then we'll do it, I think. Not every sun needs numbers on them. Oh, I know, but, I suppose we could just put spikes there, but the building in this game is so sort of weird and rudimentary, I don't know if I'd be able to do it without. However, Radware, I have built a few things. I built a dock for the boat, lovely, and I built this. I built a zip line. I thought, I wonder if zip lines work how I think they do. And they do. They're not as good as in Grounded. You can't go up them like you can in Grounded, because obviously that needed some Grounded technology to be pulled off. But I do now have, if I need it, a joke from Santa.
I can't see an end. I have no control and I don't think there's any escape. I don't even have a home anymore. I think it's time for a new keyboard. But the Sotan broke it across that old lady's face when she asked him for directions.
He did do that. Well, she should have made sure to address him as master. Also, that joke's quite good. Santa, good afternoon and welcome to the stream. Hey, yes, no, Santa, did that situation have a good ending or a bad ending? Or just, say poo if you don't want to talk about it. Santa, welcome to the stream and thank you for the bits. Yeah, bad, I suppose, Radway, yeah. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to build the houseboat, because Bear suggested a houseboat, and then he's continued to suggest a houseboat throughout the whole thing. And we're actually going to finally build the houseboat, sail it down to the yacht, put the keycard in and leave. But I was recommended that I build a gazebo before we leave. Now, you may be like, Stubbler, what do these stairs lead to? And I could be like, well, I don't fucking know. Maybe we should walk up them and have a look. It turns out these stairs lead up to my new gazebo. No? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I can sit in it, right? And sitting in my new gazebo and appreciating the view, even though my son's dead and everything's gone wrong, actually, I realised, increases my energy. So if my energy is really low, I don't need to sleep to rest. I can actually sit in this couch and rest, and my energy goes back up, and I can just carry on as if I haven't slept. What a beauty. I don't need to sleep. I mean, I will sleep because it's dark as fuck in this game, but I don't need to. What do you reckon? Let me go give you a proper view. Look at it. Tell me that's not amazing. Are the cannibals walking around as usual? They are, Radway, yeah, completely unfazed. So, I don't know what to do, but I did realise one thing, and that is that cannibals are one shot if you hit them in the head with an arrow. It's not even a stealth thing. You just hit them in the head with an arrow and they die. It's amazing, really. Sir, can you please move? I need to show the nerds the other thing. I also built this. There was a lot of traps that I didn't build, because you don't need to defend your base in this game, apparently. But, in case that village over there that's full of cannibals and turkey doomers kicks off, I got this thing, look, you ready? Wait, how does it fire? Obviously, as they don't matter for this story. See that? You load the rocks into it, and you fire them, and they don't go across the water, even. Alkirion, welcome to the stream. You're not getting a lighthouse. No, I built a lighthouse once upon a time, didn't I? Hang on, let me build a lighthouse for Alkirion before we continue. Then we're going to build the houseboat and we're going to set off. Where was the... Oh, I've got something else to show you as well that I noticed in between over the weekend while I've been tinkering. Oh, let me just build this lighthouse for Alkirion. I build it nice and high on the hill. There's not enough range dug in now. So if the cannibals do attack from that direction, I think I just die because my catapult's useless. There you go, Alkirion. Happy? Was that a raccoon head? See, there's all sorts, but I need to show you something else before we do it. Underground is next to an underground lighthouse next to an underground sea. Oh yeah, there's a raccoon's head. Is that a raccoon's head? There's a load of stuff I never did. Press 1 to spend a week trying to hunt a raccoon. Oh, shit, now I can't get out of this fucking build menu, can I? Oh god, what have I done? Don't worry, I won't be doing it. Yeah, but I do need to show you. I think because Timmy died, and our dear protagonist has lost it a bit. As my sanity dropped, I could start building effigies out of like human arms and human corpse bits and body parts and stuff. But now I can make this stuff. Look at this. Press 1 to build our own family. Now you may say, Stubbler, that's weird. Why would this game do that? It gets worse. Look. Shrill, good morning. Maybe you can... Nice lighthouse. Convince the cannibals to stand still in front of the catapult so the rocks hit them in the head. Yeah. What I need to do is I need to capture them, not kill them, capture them, lock them in a fenced-off area where I've marked out where the catapult's going to land, and once I've captured them, put them in there, maybe subdued them somehow so they don't move around too much. Then I can fire at them and defend myself against the cannibals. Let's have a wife and a wife sitting. Do we not want to build a car? What if I build a car and just drive out of here? This is the post game options in this game. Press 1 to build a dog. Cheeky, name my dog.
Twat.
Got it. Where does the dog live? Cheeky, welcome to the stream. Maybe the dog can sit by my bed and keep me company now Timmy's dead. Oh yeah, by the way, I also sorted out some heels. I may have realised how to mass farm heels. Ignore that. Right, Twat of the dog, as named by Cheeky. Cheeky, thank you for the bits. I need you to sit here and guard my bed. 20 fucking sticks! For those just arriving, by the way, I beat the game on Friday. My son's dead. I could have saved him, but I had to bring down an entire aeroplane full of innocent passengers and sacrifice children to get him back. And I decided, you know what? Maybe not. Let's go get some sticks so I can finish the dog. Then we're going to build this houseboat and set off and beat the game. Do all that and then use it and discover the catapult isn't accurate about where it shoots. Exactly. The catapult took a fuckload of resources as well, like everything does in this bastard game. It's not a very big TV. I feel like you should treat yourself, especially if you're building it yourself. Well, if I'm building it myself, I'm limited by my own.
You didn't have what it takes. You should have been a bully.
No, why would I get... By the way, I checked Discord the other day, and what the hell? It turns out, Elkerion, as somebody that doesn't like GIFs or use them at all, there is an exception. They're so good, Elkerion. 20 sticks. I totally exchanged my 2 cats for 40 sticks. Yeah, I'm limited by my own talent, unfortunately, Shrill. I think I need to get slightly more insane before I build myself another wife. And build myself another wife before the TV goes. There's quite a few things that I never built in this game. I didn't think I need, like the fucking snow outfit and stuff. I'm sure surely Elkerion knew about his own gifts. Right, I've got enough sticks for the dog. Twat the dog, named by Cheeky. Look at that lighthouse blazing beautifully in the distance. Alright, that's enough fucking about. Do you know what else I also considered? Predictions up, by the way, for those that fancy it. Go in Discord and type the word prediction if you could. I knew they were out there, but others discovering them? Especially you lot? Well, it's not like they're receiving bad reviews, Elkerion. And... name the dog Timmy. No, we can build Timmy. Why would I name the dog Timmy when we can make our own Timmy? Oh, that's depressing. I didn't even create them. Somebody from my early days did. Well, they're phenomenal is what they are. Press 1 to build a sun next to the bed. My sun won't fit in my bedroom. Maina, I didn't. But I'm going to finish it very shortly because I've got a key card that I can put into the boat to leave. But before we go, I can apparently build myself a replacement son. Ugh. Name the dog Timmy, then Timmy can play with Timmy. No, Timmy's dead. My son is dead. I need to get over Timmy. 38 sticks to make a replacement son, apparently. So there's this, for those that don't know, there's a system in this game called Sanity. And I think after refusing to resurrect Timmy in the stupid Timmy resurrection machine, my character's sanity slipped slightly, and now I can replace my wife and child. But is this a sign that I can't get off the island? Maybe. Because why would I be able to build my house and my car and my TV and my dog out of sticks if I could just get on the boat and go home and see my wife and tell her that my son's died? Right. Let's rebuild my son. This is a better way than... So the choice, everybody, was... I got into this secret facility where Timmy was being sacrificed to bring back one scientist's son. But the only way to do it would be to have a living child, which meant I would have had to use one of the devices the scientists had created to bring down an aeroplane and kill another child, or get a living child to sacrifice to bring Timmy back. It's as dumb as it sounds. But I decided not to do that, so now my character thinks it's perfectly acceptable to rebuild a son out of 38 sticks. I don't think you should ever say, my son can't fit into my bedroom again. No, Mina, it's nothing sordid. It's a terribly sad story about childhood obesity. But you're going to have to do it. I'll give you my 40 sticks so you can build Timmy. Wait, so we're sacrificing your pets to bring my son back. Also, I built a fucking gazebo. Do you know what? I think I might just not build Sothan a sundial. I'm too busy. Anyway, we need to head out. Yeah, you know, something else I also considered doing. I also considered using stones to write sub to the Sothan on the beach, so any passing plane that came by would know exactly what to do. Know that there's an emergency down here and know exactly what to do. But it took fucking ages. Cheeky, if I told you were already the second person to request an underground lighthouse. We've had no request for a hot tub yet. How many sticks do I need? 35 sticks. I'm also slightly thirsty. Which is good, because it's raining, and I have some dissected turtle shells that can collect water for me. You certainly should have wrote it in stone. I do like the idea that this character's got only one chance to manage to make contact with the outside world, and he uses it to say something to the sofa. Instead of help, I'm trapped here and my son has been killed by a scientist. So Saurine. Saurine is top. Why have you lot been holding out on me? Well, you never fucking asked. I just assumed that when you sign up to take part in British culture, you know about malt loaf before you arrive. Exactly, you shouldn't have to ask, you should already know. I agree with you. Right, is that enough sticks? I need so many more sticks. Do you get sticks for chopping trees down? Oh, fucking malt loaf's top. Oh yeah, I've got the chainsaw. Yeah. I forget I've got that. Have I ever used it on a tree? Ooh, I like you. I got no sticks from that. That was worthless. Again, I got no sticks from that. We're just chopping trees down for the fuck of it now. Is this loud? Why is it so good? I don't know. Proper butter on it though. Bit of Lurpak. Mina paid me to say that. Not loud enough. Hello? No, listen. This guy's from the Environment Agency. Ah! Oh my word, that hurt. What the fuck? You know what? Fuck you, bitch. You don't get to hurt me. He does, he can do what he likes. That was his tree. What? Where's he gone? What? No, mate, come back, listen. Where did he go? Did he fall through the map? This is just forest things. Right, I need to build this houseboat anyway, I'm flapping. I want to try proper butter, not spread though. Don't tell Lurpak I said that. What do you mean proper? You mean like a block of it? Can you buy that kind of stuff around here? That stuff that's like blocks of butter or sticks or whatever, I usually only associate with excess American TV shows. Is any of the other flavours worth the buy? Butter that has no rapeseed oil in it. Other flavours of what? Oh, malt, I don't know. It's something I have like once every 6 years. Spreadable stuff's got rapeseed in it. Mm. What about his nest? I've just cut down that crocodile's nest. I wouldn't have actually minded. I wouldn't have minded his skin. That could have come in fucking... Hey, speaking of which, there is the cold suit, which is something I've never built. You might be in Florida. That was one of them methed out Florida tree gators. He was so aggressive because he's on bath salts. I think that was what was up with him. Right, where's my house? Here. This is too many sticks. Look at that beautiful lighthouse up there that Alkarion doesn't appreciate, and Cheeky doesn't appreciate, and nobody fucking appreciates. I like this new bow, though, because this new bow, I don't know if I said this earlier, is one shot on a zombie's head. Right, there we go. That also is going to end up with the lamp on his head. Questionable game, honestly. Although these should have filled up now. There we go. See? Mina's useful for something. So you never get one-shots. It requires a skillful survivor, Cheeky, and thankfully we've got one. Right, I'll get my son put back together, and then we're going to the coast, and we're going to build the houseboat that Bear requested. Where a tree gator does exist, it's an animal, but that doesn't matter. It's not an animal. So what's a tree gator? I'm just going to, by the way, I'm just going to show you a problem that I had in the forest. So, excited about Grounded, I built zip lines. Look at that pleasant rainbow. What's that shit? Am I mad, or is that rainbow not going to make a circle? A tree gator is a slow-release watering bag designed to deliver deep saturation directly to the tree's root zone, helping newly planted or established trees absorb water efficiently without runoff or evaporation. Tree gator. It's an arch. There's a McDonald's. Imagine if I'd been through all of this and I didn't realise there was... If I just went a little bit further south, there was a town, a travel lodge, and a McDonald's, and a... Fuck. I could have just said... I could have just phoned the police. Yeah, so I made this zipline setup because one key factor, a little to the south, is Periavi. I mean, it does look a bit like Finland. This could be Finland, sort of. He says, because it's got tall trees and a bit of snow in the distance, and a lake. Actually, yeah, no, this could be Finland. Yeah, look, so, let me just quickly do this, and I'm going to show you the true benefits. Still use that chainsaw, you were given it for a reason. If cousin shows up and runs you down, then it's definitely Finland. So look, here's what I thought. I built a network of zip lines that went all the way back to my base because this forest is thick and dense and tippy-top. And then I realised you can do this. Until I realised it hits the fucking... I didn't build it high enough. Stupid shit game. So in theory, it would work if it wasn't made by a massive idiot. Right, in 15 sticks, then I'm going back. It does work on the lower section, though, so it's kind of efficient. You dig out the... I wish you could, Alkarion, but there's no sort of terraforming in this game. Sorry, mate, that was rude. Ooh, I've just realised, while I've been playing and building shit off screen, I've been collecting armour, look. No, what am I doing? Don't do that. So now I can wear 2 bits of creepy armour, that's 2 in the pink. And then... Yeah, man! Alright, we're geared now. I didn't want to wear it in case I lost it on stream. Pretty good. Sticks, though. Again, the forest having smart mechanics that are poorly made. Yeah, I kind of don't understand why the game lets you build... Why it lets you build in that situation if it isn't going to go all the way. They maybe respect me because I'm dressed up in their boss. I pissed the devs off. Yeah. Go down there and throw them. I can't. It works half of the time. But yeah, I don't get why. Like, why would it? Because I had to fight with it for it to say that the path wasn't obstructed and I could go that way. Where are all the little trees, by the way? I will chop down this cannibal camp and steal their sticks. But, like, why didn't it say this isn't going to work, pal? Because it works when I ride it as well. Alright, that's 10 of 15. Give me that stick. I want the stick, not the... Also, what they need to do in this game is they need to work it out so you simply can't pick an item up if you already have the maximum amount. So if I wanted to pick this rock up, because I'm full on rocks in my inventory, it would be greyed out, and it would say, you can't pick this up. But instead, it picks one up and drops another. That feels like it's way harder to implement than just the simple say no. It works half the time, should be the Doomhaus motto, to be honest. On a good week, it works half the time. Well, now that you can make effigies, maybe you're becoming a cannibal? I was given the option once, and I declined. I don't do weird things with human flesh. Right, hang on. Now we've got the sticks to finish our sun, I can go and make this houseboat. But this would have been my plan if my zip lines weren't shit. Where's the fuck it? Where's my... There. Depending upon the girl, weird things with human flesh, eh? How do weird things? In fact, my wife doesn't have human flesh. She's made of sticks and old bits of cloth. You should try to hunt a leg to eat. Don't think much about what is around the leg. Just focus on the leg. It's still a leg. But yeah, look, this was my master plan to get logs from the forest back to the base. Because technically, this is cool, no? It's like 20% as cool as grounded is, but it is functional. The only problem is the actual one from the forest doesn't work. I'm not becoming a cannibal. The log goes faster because it's heavier than me. Look how fast this is, though. A little bit of skid as well. I don't need these. I definitely ate an arm, but it wasn't my fault. Someone put an arm in the fire and said, come eat, and I didn't see it among the other fat E's on the pile. Kane's a cannibal. But we knew this. Alright, good. Let's save, and then I need to start thinking about where we're going to build this houseboat. What I'm thinking of is we build the houseboat, we take the houseboat to the yacht, and then from the yacht we will... Oh no, I need to finish my wife. From the yacht, we will end the game, I suppose, because I think we just put the keycard in the yacht and then go from there. And it probably shows some really badly animated cutscene. By the way, meet Timmy. And his dog Twat. No, it's not my wife, is it? That's my son. Why does Timmy have a skull? That's actually an unrelated lamp behind him. I didn't realise I was building too close to the lamp, and now I can't get rid of the lamp. So Timmy's now wearing this game's just you know what I mean? It's just the forest stuff. Right, let's take some of my massive pile of heals, and then with the remaining daylight, we're going to go and build the blueprints for this houseboat. Got a fancy hat, yeah. All of the cannibals in this game have been wearing similar things, Radway. Would you pay attention? So the yacht is on the south coast. I'm heading now east, I think. Hey, I worked out, by the way, this thing works, look. Look, I thought I was just picking up... I didn't realise it was actual usable item. So according to this, can you see that? No, you can't. Look, according to this, there is... on this island, 62,550 pedos. Oh god, I just realised what I've done. I may have just... That's another one that's not going on the list. For those that were in Discord yesterday, I thought for a while that KCD and the forest had killed the Shadow Doomhaus, right? Because the YouTube views had just disappeared all of a sudden. Which is fine. That was just a weird byproduct of uploading the VODs, right? But I ended up getting recommended a video of somebody saying that almost all YouTube channels since that AI YouTube update, like 2 weeks ago, that they have tightened what they consider restricted content, right? Some protect the kids idea, I'm sure. But one way to check is to put a secondary YouTube channel into restricted mode, which you can do at the top right, and then view your own channel. I have 1,800 old streams saved on that channel. How many do you think, like what percentage of those videos are actually clean enough to be recommended under the new rules? 1% says, right, so what's that? What's 1%? 18? 0.3%. Kitten's gone 6? No more. 9? 4. 4 videos. And they're from, like, years ago, most of them. One Trailmakers one Portal Bridge one. I need to build this, by the way, near to some, like, foresty area. What else was there? A single My Summer Car stream made it from last year. So, I think... what did I just say the word pedos? This one's not going on the list either. Yorkshire accents are 18 plus. I don't know, Coffeeton. Actually, I don't think so, because a lot of the videos I saw speaking about it, one was Australian, one was British. So I don't think it's specifically a regional thing, more of a YouTube thing. It's with their AI update. Coffeeton, though, good afternoon. Cats, good afternoon. It's more than YouTube can handle, yeah. Right, I need to find an area low to the water that I can use as... on a Trailmakers stream. Is this good enough? Yeah, if we build the houseboat here, then we can... I can just, like, tip trees down the hill and we can use these as materials for it. Isn't that ridiculous, though? So I think, for now, either I stop swearing in my videos, which I don't think I'm going to, or we just let the Shadow Doomhaus fade away. Yeah, people have been noticing that suddenly They're recommended to about a quarter of the people who were before. Look! Bear suggested we build one of these from the start, and here it is. The houseboat. 40 logs game. Is there anything I have that I can start building it with it now? Okay. I need 2 sticks and 2 rope. Rope I can do, I think. You make rope like this, look, which I didn't know until recently. Santa was the leader of the Shadow Doomhaus, let him die. Santa was sent in, wasn't it, during Fallout, yeah, to corral him and keep him in line. Oh. The true Shadow Doomhaus is subscribed and checks for videos every day. Yeah, but who subscribes and checks their sub-feed on YouTube now? Only dinosaurs. Oh god, I don't want it to get dark. Is that an eclipse? Or is that is the moon just not got its texture? No, because again, the moon would have to be tracking the sun perfectly in the sky for that to be an eclipse. I still think about that prick in the comments, and he still winds me up. Yeah, what was his name? Joshua or something, yeah. Every day on the Fallout VODs, he'd have some complaint, some new fault. I shouldn't have let it get dark, actually. Shit. Still getting King of the Streets and Street Beef suggestions, which are very brutal videos. Yeah, I wonder then. But it was they were always going out to like 50% of... No, 25% or whatever, so you might be in the 25% that's still getting the recommendation. And again, it's just a theory. It might just be that the Forest and KCD actually did kill the Shadow Doomhaus, but... Yeah, it's strange that it's happened at exactly the same time these people are talking about it. Maybe we should have just done better. What, in Fallout? Yeah, that was weird, that guy. But it was always, as is usual, right? It was always complaints about me not knowing something that everybody that's played a load of Fallout knows. Almost as if I was failing to Google stuff properly. Why are sticks so hard to find suddenly? I need sticks. I should probably head home, shouldn't I, think about it? Let's not fuck about too much. The guide I followed wasn't the right one, yeah. Okay, yeah, let's head back. I don't want to be caught out here by cannonballs. Not when we've got a game to beat. I can't believe we're going to leave the forest. Are you all going to miss it? Weirdly, I was having this discussion yesterday, I realised just how little I've been sleeping lately. I've been kind of low energy, low focus, low patience. And I wonder if the forest was guilty of falling in the gap. Even you're not going to miss it, Kim. You were the one of the forest fans coming in. Yeah, I wonder, like, this game, I think, as with literally every game in existence, it would probably be fun with friends, right? But I think the usual answer to that is you can kick a tennis ball around a car park and have fun with your friends, can't you? I'm desperately trying to get these arseholes to finish the second game with me. I am actually, but this game has done enough that I am interested in playing the sequel, just out of curiosity. But it won't be just yet. 30 minutes to an hour off. Just tired of looking at it at the moment. Oh, you've got to kind of burnt out on it a bit. Enjoy watching me. Well, I haven't died today, have I? As Team 1 is hoping, and it's Team 1 is hoping it stays that way. Alright, let's sleep, and then we'll head back out there and we'll get this finished. I've not died yet, that's true. In fact, let's eat and let's drink first. Nice, lovely drink. What are we having for breakfast? Let's have some lizard. Lovely. One of those things that if I don't finish it soon, I won't. Yeah. Oh, I need to say, I think on Friday I will be playing, because we're in a bit of a lull between big releases at the moment, despite the fact there was a massive My Summer Car patch this morning that's added a bunch of stuff. I won't be going back to that, don't worry. We've got My Winter Car coming up, and we've got Long Dark coming up, and we've got Subnautica coming up, and we've got Sea of Thieves coming up, State of Decay coming up, etc. None of them are available just yet, so I think on Friday I'm going to play a slightly less known game, and we're going to play Pacific Drive. I won't miss it. I'm more invested in Grounded, and you've already played it twice. It's got a way better storyline. Yeah, it has. True. The ADHD is already kicking in. I'm already moving forward with other things, and so are they, and we're all putting it off. Yeah, it's gone, I suppose, at that point, right? It's a funny way to pronounce Silk Song. I do feel like one of these days I'm going to get into the sort of 2D Metroidvania world, but it's not happened yet. That probably would be the game that did it, right? Oh, the first one. No, I want to finish it, and I'm bullying them into finishing it. You make them resent the entire series just to get it finished. It's like my trucking streams. I've not crashed today. Ding. Crash offence. It's all about timing and streaming, right, cheeky? Soon I won't have to do a goddamn... No, soon I won't have time to do a goddamn thing. True. Is it good, Azar? I'm assuming it's good. Jesus, tags like I'm on alert here.
Okay, so it wasn't the exact next day.
Tags like thank you again for 80 months and good afternoon. 80 months. That's done. I was about to say, that feels like... It doesn't feel like it's 18 months since we met Tagslack. However, Trim's baby George... You remember Trim's baby George? Started school today. I remember like 3 weeks ago where I was in Sea of Thieves and that French guy said, "Hey, congrats, dude," when I told him that my one of my friends had just had a baby. Or two of my friends had just had a baby. Yeah, that was over 4 years ago. Tags like thank you for the sub. And to say thank you, I've made you feel old. Here we go, sticks. Good, we're going to have this houseboat finished in no time. Haven't really had a chance to no-life it because the baby is out, but the game is gorgeous and I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of people complaining about difficulty, but I think they're just a bit shit. Yeah, plus I'm sure there's nobody that's going on the forums and saying the difficulty is good. I'm sure it's just the squeaky wheels, right? Who cares? Silk Song, Radwa. They bullied me into playing it. We played through the first one, so one of them knew some backstory lore and shit. They can finish it with me or die. That's the spirit, kid. Right, where's my houseboat? I'm supposed to be leaving. I'm building a houseboat. We're sailing the houseboat down to the yacht. We're getting on the yacht, and we're going. I promised Bear a houseboat, in case you're wondering. Is it an increase in difficulty from the first one? Actually, I suppose it would kind of have to be, right? One of them is getting married in a few weeks, so if we don't finish it before then, I will poison them both. Getting married? Adult stuff? Ugh. Don't know shit about it. I just gifted a sub so I could get the badge. Still managed to dodge every spoiler on the internet until I get the game. Right, I just need 40 logs and then we can leave the game, we can finish it. And now, getting logs is a lot easier. Yeah, man. I've never seen any cannibals in this area, so this should be fast. You down? Bye. Laugh if you immediately ran out of gas. So how many is that now? That's 8, I think? I want logs that are going to fall down that hill. They're off in the sea, aren't they? Don't you dare. Well, logs float. Actually, they're turning in a perfect direction. Come on. Walking through the woods in KCD and I can hear a chainsaw. It's a medieval chainsaw. Or as they called it at the time, a saw. Imagine if things would roll out of the hill like in Grounded, you'd never see those logs again. Yeah, but these have less friction, no, more friction to deal with, don't they? Don't go that way. Why did it go that way? Right, let's have these two down and that should be enough. You could make a chainsaw in Grounded out of like a ladybird's face and a few bits of sap. If I lay these like this, will they roll? In fact, I can make them roll, can't I? Tomorrow's news. Preserved island deforested in hours. All for the good of the boat. Lovely.
The true objective of the forest, cut down the entire forest.
Well, do you want to know the stupid bit? The entire story is the forest is irrelevant to it. Like, 100% of the story doesn't involve the forest. So who gives a fuck?
Tomorrow's new, Sentinel Island deforest in a Monday.
No, it's not Sentinel Island. It's not even an island anyway. It genuinely isn't an island. It's a peninsula in Canada. Right, deep breaths, everybody. This game, it turns out, is set in Canada, right? We learned that in the lab. We also know that the main character's name is Eric. Eric from Canada, right? Spooky. We know an Eric from Canada. The Eric we know, what's the name of his cat? See what I mean?
Tomorrow's new, Sentinel Peninsula deforest in a Monday.
It's worth it though for the houseboat. Gwynblade, welcome to the stream. They once called the film I Am Legend. What do you... That's also true. I'm going to spoil the forest here for anybody that wants to know. But, for those that were here on whenever it was, Thursday? The forest is about a guy that crash lands on a peninsula in Canada. His son is stolen by a person that looks like a cannibal. Then the game spends hours setting up all this interesting lore with Christian missionaries and stuff to work out why the cannibals are what they are. And we were speculating through all of it, and it was getting more and more interesting the more clues we found in the underground caves and all of that rubbish. Turns out, the only relevant thing to the story is the keycard that you find in the caves, plus like 2 or 3 other notes. Because the entire story and all the relevant points in it are in the opening cutscene and the second you walk into the lab at the end. The cannibals, not related in the slightest. The forest, not related in the slightest. The caves, kind of barely related a little bit, because technically the guy walked through them to get to the end again. You could cut out the forest entirely and the story would work perfectly. They couldn't really call it the child-sacrificing cannibal creator scientists, could they? That's true. Well, they can't. You know why, Azar? Because the scientists didn't create the fucking cannibals, as far as I could tell. But I'm hoping there's some revelation at the end which will clear this up. Stupid fucking forest. Lads, listen. No. Oh, God, that's a lot of them. Listen. I don't want to fight. You don't want to fight. I'm just getting out. I know you don't. That was bad. See? One-shot kill with the bow. If you get a headshot... Right. So you've been killing the native Canadians. Yeah, they're not cannibals, they're just normal Canadians. Yeah, Timmy's cat's called... Eric's cat's called Timmy, for the record. It's Auger Island.
If you remove what has nothing to do with the game from the title, you can just call the game.
It's true. It's like when they removed the thieves from Sea of Thieves. That being said, I kind of enjoyed the whole thing. Like, I liked piecing together the story. It's just kind of not really connected with the gameplay in any way. Yeah. The Game would be a brilliant title for this piece of software. Mate, stop. Pal? Listen, if this is a friend of yours... Don't do it, don't do it. Don't do it, the cannibals are watching. Mate, don't do it. Mate, walk to the side. Good. So much easier now, you can just kill cannibals with one shot. Feels like it was plotted and designed via Reddit DMs. It's so... I don't understand. But I've not had a terribly negative time with it. Like, the story it looked like it was telling had me completely sold. Like, I was in. But it took a left turn in a dodgy direction, but I'm fascinated in like a morbid way to play the sequel. The Doomhaus bullshit was better than the Forest's actual lore, yeah. Given they're just people, it makes sense that a shot in the head would kill them. Yeah, I was really hoping that there was that it was about the cannibals, but if the cannibals were just... Gwynblade, I said exactly that. It feels like somebody's coursework for a game design course at college. Yeah. Can't really shit on Reddit too much for developing, though, given how much of Expedition 33 happened over the Reddit. Did they actually... What's the story there? Azar. It isn't bad. Yeah, I'm conflicted on it. I've certainly not had a bad time. Ooh, there we go. 2 more logs that I needed. And the houseboat is complete. Yeah, actually this is cool. Can I build in here? Obviously. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, I'm not taking any guests. It's a bad shot. Goodbye. That's such a why did it... It might just be this bow that can do that, but why did it take me until after endgame to realise? Right, where's my bed thing? Here. Fuck off, you can't actually build on the house. Surely you can build on the house. This is... Can you actually build nothing on it? Oh, you can build one of these, okay. But that can only save, and I can't build it. Fire? I can't build anything that you would build in a house, but I can actually build a fire. Fucking hell. You always get the cool and effective weapon and tools after the end of the main quest line in games. I know. Shit. Well, I'm gonna get some... Whoa, God. No. Listen, I'm sorry. Kill all witnesses to that stupid shit. What was that? Listen, ma'am, I'm embarrassed as you are. This is the dumbest shit in the world. What's the point? Okay, good. What's the point in any of this? Eat that. Some heavy body, yeah. They found the composer for the game's absolutely phenomenal soundtrack on some subreddit or other and found lead vocalist in a pub. Stopped clock theory, right? The houseboat doesn't say, "Welcome aboard, Captain," in a pleasant voice when you get on it. That's... Alright, let's beat this fucking game. I don't even want these bones anymore. You didn't see anything. Fire on a wooden boat. Alright, let's get as much of this armour made as we can. And then we'll beat the game. Eric, welcome to the stream. Don't ask questions if you don't want to know the answers, Eric. Just because the turtles don't follow normal, sensible physics. Eric, hey, well, good morning. On heavy body. I didn't feel it when I was carrying it. Right, how does this work then? It only goes sideways. Can I not steer it? Oh, I can steer it. That's forward. Oh. Okay. Right, let's take this to the entrance. And then I'm going to go back to the house. We're going to say our fond farewells to everything. And then we're leaving. Deal? Was the houseboat worth it in any way? As far as I know, it's just a place you can carry a fire, but you can't do the one important thing with a fire and burn bodies for bones. Don't get this game. I don't understand. I was wondering about a weird noise in my kitchen. The neighbour's cat's just wandered in. I was going to say that means the cat belongs to you now, Cheeky, but that actually means that you belong to the cat. Do you know... For those that were here on Thursday, I don't mean to bitch, but I'm fairly sure I'm right on this. To get to the secret lab, which is on the mountainside, Because once you're in the lab, you go like really deep into the lab, and then you take a lift, a vertical elevator that goes straight up. Straight up to the lab. So the lab is in the mountains. You can see the snow around you. You're clearly very high up. You look down from the north on the island. But the map shows you're in the south of the island, not in the north. Because when you go down into that tunnel and you progress toward the lab door entrance, you go south and not north. So I'm not kidding when I say this. The devs accidentally put the map upside down. Or, more importantly, they put the tunnel, or the cave tunnel that leads to the lab in the south when they should have put it in the north. So again, for all intents and purposes, the fucking map's upside down. So good. Bear, good afternoon. No, I built the houseboat, Bear, and you can't put a bed in it. But we're going to use it. Is the restaurant? No, it is cats. Yeah, it's so basically you go all the way down to like the lowest section possible. Hang on a minute, I'm going to freeze to death. We'll walk back. You go all the way down to the lowest point possible on the map. And then from there is a tunnel that leads under the facility. But the facility's in the north, yet the tunnel faces south. So when you're in the tunnel and you're looking out of the windows of the facility at the cold, icy, frosty level, and you look down from and you can see the map below you. You can see that you're in the north and you're facing south. If you open the map, it shows you're in the south. It's so dumb. So I think the tunnel and the location of the end game should be in the north, but they accidentally made it face south and maybe just hoped the player didn't notice, I think. I love this cat. He always looks super pissed off. I always laugh when I see him. Even if he likes to wander in my house or garbage and scare the crap out of me at times. So, yeah, is that your spirit animal, Cheeky? Maybe it's like Pac-Man. You leave on the right and appear on... Maybe, yeah. I went all the way off the south of the map. Or I went so far north, I appeared... Where am I? No. I've fallen off a cliff. Oof, we're fine. I think I'm approaching a riverbed here somewhere. And then I follow the river to get back to the base where we're going to sleep. And then we're going to say goodbye to the house and the base and the gazebo. Not every map has north up or hand-drawn shit. Yeah, sorry, Kaz. It's not even about north or south. The cave map has... Yeah, it's not about north or south. It's about where the locations are on the map. Oh, fuck, I've fallen in a lake. The location should be different. It's hard to explain. It's just plain wrong, yeah. So what is happening here? Why is these not staying lit? I'm trying to keep me stick lit. Yeah, sorry, so the massive mountain is in the north. And all of the cave network that is entered via near the mountain is on the opposite end on the map. Like, you go away from where the mountain is on the cave map instead of towards it. Because I realised that the entrance to the lab is not in the mountains. It's directly under the yacht on the south coast. And it confused me so much that I actually went to the yacht on the south coast to see if there was a secret entrance, but I think they've just fucked it somehow. It's so weird. Right, we're nearly home. Is there any final requests before we leave? I'm off to go take the houseboat. I'm going to put the key card in the yacht and leave. Any final requests? Given I've already built you a gazebo and a lighthouse and a catapult that doesn't work and a zip line that doesn't work and a houseboat that doesn't work. I've even built myself a new Timmy. Yeah, by the way, for those that didn't see earlier in the stream, the main character's psyche has slipped after the whole Timmy situation. So I have unlocked the ability to make a few things, including human effigies made out of body parts and a replacement family. I can also make a car and a TV and a dog. So I did meet Timmy and my dog Twat. You can guess which member of the community named the dog. It is a bit south then, right? However, I think it's time to collect all of our heals. Because I don't know if there's going to be some last boss at the boat. But then again, no, because Matthew Cross is dead, isn't he? Did I just drop them all immediately back on the floor? No, I don't. I want the natural ones, not... Have I got to put all of them down before I can... Timmy's the dog's name, Bear, yeah. Okay, this game just decided it wanted to piss me off. One last time before we leave. Let's have a sleep. And then let's go put the keycard in the fucking boat, shall we? And leave this place. Must have been Kitten, she's got a foul mouth. Wait, what's that in response to? I'm flustered. I'm flabbergasted by all that shit that just went on. A dirty mouth, not a foul mouth. Yeah, dental hygiene's kind of lax where she's from. But don't judge her for it, it's a cultural thing. Okay, I suppose now we've warmed up, we've eaten, and we've drunk. Jump from the highest point, do a kickflip. The forest, if this is the end, it might not be, we might still be playing it in a month, but I think this is the end. Thank you for everything. Thank you, dearest blueberry bushes. Thank you, drying rack. I'll take as much food as I can carry, I guess. Thank you, drying rack. Goodbye, skins rack I never used. Goodbye, rabbit catching thing I never used. Actually, I'm taking all these bones with me. As a little souvenir. Goodbye, Mina thing we barely used. Goodbye, bed thing I did actually use quite a lot. Goodbye, dock that wasn't really useful for anything. Goodbye, zip line that didn't work. Goodbye, catapult that didn't work. Goodbye, lighthouse that didn't work. But at least the gazebo works. Deep breath, everybody. What would you rate the forest out of 10? I think the problem with the forest, my major problem with the forest, is that it was both a 9 out of 10 and a 3 out of 10 at the same time. And that was what was confusing me. If that 9 out of 10, if a 9 out of 10 and a 3 out of 10 made about a 6 out of 10, I would have been alright with playing a consistent 6. But it's not a consistent 6. It's really fucking good and really interesting, and also really badly made and really janky at the same time, and it was just the flopping back and forth which exhausted me. I don't think it's as good as the sum of its parts. Open world survival game? Pretty good. Exploration game? Pretty good. Story? Pretty good. But unfortunately, the story and the gameplay didn't match up at all. And as a result, ended up far less than the sum of its parts. Strange game. Can we stop worrying about how much you enjoyed it and simply focus on how successful it was? Yeah, that is the only important thing, I suppose, right? What does my lone opinion matter when we should be going straight to Reddit on Metacritic and Steam concurrent play accounts to get the true objective measure of how good this game is? Explain that to your rescuer. Sir, why have you got so many human bones in your bag? I've been to Canada. Ooh, is that something I don't know about, Keaton? Eric, is that something I don't know about? 3 for the story, 9 for the adventure. I think the story's good as well. It's just so disconnected from the plot. No, sorry, it's so disconnected from the gameplay that it doesn't really serve as a plot for the game. Okay, if it's something I don't know about, then I won't read it here. 6 out of 10, it had some pretty fun moments. 2 out of 10, says Shaggy Dan. 0, because I slept through most of it. We all know Fast and Furious 6 was objectively more successful and was thus better than other films. Yeah, true. True. Spice World was clearly a better film than... No. Fast and Furious 6 was the one with the... It was Southern, yeah. I like the one where they all had a barbecue at the end and, like, did that thing where they have a handshake and it makes a real slapping sound. That was the best one. Spice World was top when I was 6 and don't remember anything about it. Goodbye, base. I should have got to say, goodbye, base. Thank you for everything. Goodbye, cannibals. Goodbye, secret lab that wasn't really connected with the forest. Where's my hat? Oh, it's over there. I put it in the wrong place. Goodbye, tents and caves and stuff. I'll be taking your axe and your bow and your katana. Oh, yeah. So what was the point in the... What was the connection with the dragon tattoo on the cat? Why did they revere the tattoo with the picture of the devil on it? We're up to cilantro spice. Must be an American one, so then. Because her career in this country took off like a rocket. The one with the family, that's the one, Eric, yeah. Goodbye effigies. Goodbye tennis balls. Oh, those eyes. Oh yeah, the eyes. Yeah, goodbye mutants. It doesn't make an enormous amount of sense because apparently the Virginia or whatever was part of an experiment by the people in the lab as far as the story could be shown. Yet somehow somebody drew a picture of one 75 years ago. She supposedly tasted like soap to about a third of people. That was almond spice. They're all named after that aftershave now, anyway. Right, that's it. We've left the land behind. Let's go. I'm assuming, anyway, this is still me assuming that you put the key card in the boat and just leave. Can I? Did you know that even though some people enjoy coriander and cilantro, some people are genetically picky cunts? I'm proud of it. There's a lot of coriander, but only for one thing. Rituals. Little rituals. Wap bap a loo bap a wap. Do you know why I think the forest suffered, maybe? Because this game is built by a small team, right? Built by less than 10 people, I think Razor said. And as a result, it should be treated accordingly. The problem is, I've just come off a 1,000-hour playthrough of one of my favourite games ever made, which is incredibly unique, incredibly creative, and oddly built well by a single person. Indian and South American cooking say hello. I hope it isn't that. We get one more week of looking, what do we use this key card? Well, that's the thing, Radware. No, yeah, it would be the opposite, because I know where the key card... I know what the key card's major use is, because that's in the lab. I'm just guessing that this key card, either I use the key card to open the thing and bring another plane down, right, and we get the bad ending, or you can use it to on the boat and escape. If this keycard doesn't work, it's less about where do we use the keycard and more about what keycard do we use to open that final door. We might have to go back into the lab. Oh god, we're going to have to brave the snow biome if that's true. Oh, I don't know. We'll go for a midstream break, and then I'll come back and we'll put the key card in and we'll see. As you say that, like, I think the fact that my summer car has been what it's been for me means this game maybe doesn't get a pass for being a small team. Put it this way, right? Do we give the Forest a pass for being a little generic and a little badly put together, hello Shaq, for being a small team, when My Summer Car was made by one person and Valheim was made by, what, 6? I think? I don't think it deserves a pass. You can still criticise someone for the decisions they've made, right? I don't think the decisions are based on budget. I've never seen it used. If I'm not making Mexican or Indian dishes, I'm not seeing it used. Have you seen something that looks like flat leaf paste parsley on top of Mexican food at a Mexican restaurant? That's fucking cilantro. I mean, if he's not seen it, he's not seen it, right? Whether he knew he'd seen it or not. Right, we'll keep going until it says 30. And then after the midstream break, it'll be time to put the key card in. Sorry, Kitten, I was spreading, what's it called? Malinformation there. Oh, yeah, they're the same thing. They've just got a different name in different territories. So then coriander is... So everywhere in the world we call what you call cilantro coriander. I'll say everywhere in the world, but the rest of the English-speaking world. And the same for arugula, right? That's called something else. I mean, that's an easy mistake to make, I suppose. Oh no! Don't ground the fucking houseboat! I worked hard to make this for Bear, even though it's got no purpose. I've had them as 2 separate spices in my spice rack. I'm wasting so much space. Sothan. Do you know what? This has actually been quite a pleasant way to end the game, but I'm going to have to go for a midstream break while on the houseboat. If the houseboat burns down and I get eaten by sharks, do we just call that the end of the game and go and do something else tomorrow? Hello, fire? Do you exist? Who sprinkled fucking cilantro all over my fire? I was gonna... That fire doesn't actually exist, everybody. Back in 2 minutes. Adam, how's it going? It's been a while. I actually don't know the answer to that. I'll leave that to these nerds. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Eric's in charge.
Spam.
What have I missed here? What's everybody fucking arguing about? Martin, thank you for the bits. It's cheeky, thank you for the bits. Never seen the word cilantro used commercially for any form of coriander in the UK, speaking to somebody who buys a lot of it. Is this that thing where the information gained on the internet doesn't actually map to the real... Has it just started raining to end the game? It has. Right, last drink guess of the forest. Grounded 2 looks like shit. Razor was true. What is in this can? Razor, you missed the fucking gazebo, by the way. Shaggy Dan says dandelion and burdock. I'm off to go put the keycard in the yacht now. Bear says Pepsi Max. Alkarian says Diet Coke. Martin says Fizzy Orange. Eric says Professor Peppy. Sothan says Cloudy Lemonade. Keaton says Cream Soda. Cheeky says Cream Soda. Razar says Tropical. Cat says Ginger Beer. Honestly, Stubbly, you can find whatever you want to agree with you on the internet, so who cares? That is true. That is true. We are genuinely in a post-facts world. Because everybody can find 15 studies on anything to back up whatever the fuck they want, right? Paula, good morning, says lemonade. Saw a video where a UK comedian was saying that the US is dumb because we have to explain things with the English language, like horseback riding. The UK knows where to sit on a horse. Oh yeah, true. Horseback riding as opposed to the alternatives. I was balls deep in a patient. That Hippocratic oath means something different in the Middle East, apparently. The answer is cream soda. Cheeky, good work. Cheeky, good work. Right. We've said goodbye to the base. We've said goodbye to Timmy. We met Megan and then said goodbye to her as well. But now, it's time to co-opt Matthew Cross and Megan Cross's yacht. Put the key card to get into what I assume is the fucking engine room. And leave. An expensive can pop or an expensive can of pop? Same thing. Said goodbye to Megan, they came brutally murdered her. Yeah, what? I don't understand why. Yeah. I suppose she was already gone though, right? What was that? The main choice at the end of this game is let Timmy go, shut down a fucked up project and go home. Or keep Timmy... Sorry. Bring down another plane to then sack... Is the boat gone? Fuck off. No, it hasn't. Is this a different... Has the boat gone? No, this is the right place. No, it's there. I just haven't loaded it. Sacrifice, like, an entire jetliner full of passengers to kill them so you could hopefully get one child alive, which you can then, again, ritually sacrifice to bring Timmy back, but you would bring him back in a way that meant that he would turn into a mutant anyway, or a whatever. I've never known a choice at the end of a video game have literally no... Because the whole... I say the whole game, not the whole game, the story portion of the game, so the first 40 seconds and then the last 45 minutes, the whole thing was about, like, how fucked up a parent can be, which is understandable, of course, to save their child, like the depths of depravity that a parent would go to save their child. And then it's like, do you want to do it as well, or... Even though you've just seen that it won't work? Fancy it? No? Okay. Ooh, that was a mistake. Didn't mean to do that. Anyway. Right. Goodbye, Houseboat Bear. I hope you thought that was acceptable. Sothan didn't make a sundial. But goodbye, Base. Goodbye, Razor's Gazebo. Goodbye, Zipline and all of that shit. Bye, Caves. Please work, by the way. If this doesn't work. So long. Snow biome I barely visited. Beach that Mina embarrassed herself on. Goodbye tree that didn't make as much sense as I thought it was going to. Goodbye Virginia's. What's the ones with the... What's the big fucking flailing ones called? Watch me starve to death right now. Goodbye everybody. Let me just warm up. I don't want to die in some cutscene. Any last goodbyes? Goodbye cannibals, which were literally meaningless. You could actually swap the cannibals out in this game for anything, right? Name another fucking enemy that could have been in this game, and it makes about as much sense as the cannibals do. The main antagonist is not even the main oh. Can I warm up in here? No. Get some few more stats. Darth Vader, exactly, Siddles. You could have swapped it out for Darth Vader and the story would have made just as much sense. Dinosaurs, yeah. There's already a survival game for those. Siddles, good afternoon. Goodbye, goodbyes. We're ready for something else. That's true. Alright, we'll have one last save. It's actually annoying that I'm so fucking wet. Now, here's the key thing. I got this key card. I'm praying this is correct. Fucking rain. I'm just going to freeze to death in here, aren't I? Can I sleep? No. I might have to wait the rain out because I'm worried I freeze to death and die in a cutscene or something. However, I got... Look, he was obsessed with the artifact this entire time. And look, that was the actual final boss. Megan Cross. We are ready for something, it's true. Can the rain stop, please? Hello? Sorry, everybody, I can't do the big end of game thing because the rain won't stop, and as you can see, I'm going to freeze to death. I can't build a fire in here, can I? Ooh, this. No, I can't. We're going to have to sit and do this.
MSC had an update. Time to start a new life.
It did, and it's a monster update as well. It's fucked. For those that weren't here earlier, My Summer Cars had a major update where you need to tax your vehicles and stuff now. You need to keep your vehicle... Why can't I get the axe out? Oh, because I'm in the fucking build menu, aren't I? Right, turn the build menu off. Get the axe out. Light the axe on fire. Build a clock tower in My Summer Car where you need to... What, your vehicles? You need to tax them, yeah, apparently. You need to tax vehicles. Your last death is marked by candles at the side of the road. What else is there? Do you know the leaflets at the shop? If you don't do that regularly, the prices in the shop just increase until you actually do them for him. Like, he punishes you for not doing it. There's a bunch of stuff that's coming in. I've not done it yet, Radware, because I can't. It's fucking raining, so I'm trying to wait the rain out, because otherwise I'll end up dying in a cutscene or something. Aqua, though, good evening, and I appreciate the 4 months. Thank you, Aqua. Are you well? Given how this has gone, I would start another My Summer Car life immediately. Forced labour, exactly, yeah. Aqua, though, I appreciate this one very, very much. I've not done it yet, Radware. Oh my god! This is fucking driving me insane. One last kick in the bollocks. I'm having to just sit and do this until the rain stops because I'm freezing to death. Find another game where people are excited for an update involves them having to pay taxes. True. I think they've added a lot more instant electrocution deaths to the engine. For absolute monsoon weather outside. Oddly, cats, I know how that feels. Don't thank me, my boss gave me this money. Right, I can sleep until morning now. This might be it, everybody. Deep breaths. I'll mute alerts if there's a cutscene. There we go. Okay. It's not as cold now. Right, one last save. And I think... By the way, if this doesn't work, please don't everybody be like, lol, chopped. If you've played the game before, because I will absolutely read into everybody's messages. So, I got 2 key cards. The gold key card, which I could use to go up into an area and kill... bring down another plane. And I also got this key card, which got me into the lab in the first place. And I've kept it, so I might already be able to go back in. However, I think the gold key card, because that's the one that Megan dropped, might be the one that gets me into here, and then I can then beat the game.
Petrol bombing children, petrol bombing children, petrol bombing children, petrol bombing children.
Who taught him how to do that? TikTok, I bet. Trim, thank you for 83 months. Jesus Christ, you lot have some long subs. Trim, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the sub. Thank you all for the subs. I'm going to mute alerts just in case this isn't the end of the fucking game. Are we ready? George learned it in school today. Goodbye, the forest. Hopefully. Yep. It's a bedroom. I've not seen this. So this isn't important for the end. This isn't the end, then. If someone who's beat the game's not seen this, then this isn't the end. So what is this? What are you? Why is the... Okay, right. There's blood on the walls. What are you? Artifact question mark. What are you? That's definitely old alien stuff, right? Not I say alien. That's the old kind of... Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. So what is it? Right, fucking hell. All the people that have played the game before are surprised to see this. So what does... It's a butt plug. Mina, thank you for the subs. I've got alerts off for a second. I thought I was about to finish in the game. Tell me this isn't something for the... The fuck is it? I might have to cancel my Spotify. Oh, sorry, that's... I'm not going to read chat. Eric's not seen it either, so... So 3 people that have beat the game before have shown surprise. Which means that this... But what is it? And why does it say that, as if there's some fucking mystery? Can I resurrect Timmy with this? Take it to Timmy. Fucking hell. Okay, it's not finished. Guys, honestly though, if you played the game, you fully understand how much that shock. Even if I don't know what level you've played the game to before, you can see why that would change everything. Mina, thank you for the sub. Thank you for 72 months. You're a beach. Actually, that's a beach over there. It's the only thing that seems to be on the bed. Mina, I thought I was about to beat the fucking game, and I've not. Yeah, I'd really rather... This is the same rules as everybody else that's played a game, right? Your surprise is probably the biggest spoiler. The hell is this, though? I don't know. I thought I was putting the keycard in the boat after wrapping up the story, and I would get on the boat and then just drive away, and it'd be like the forest, and it'd play the credits that's got like 3 people on it. 2 of them are blind. Is there a drawer on there somewhere? Missed the last stream. You put him on the bed and connected him up, and then what happened? I had a choice to sacrifice to bring down another plane to get a live child. Like, kill another fucking 200 people. Fairness, expressing surprise probably isn't intentional, especially knowing that people are generally very good at not spoiling it. I don't know if I agree, Sotha. Like, the 3 people I know who've played this, and again, it's I don't really know who's played up to what, but you can genuinely, I'm not having a go at anybody, but you can fully understand how. Like, if this was important to Endgame, it wouldn't be a surprise to 3 people I know have beat the game, right? Or 2.5 then, if we're going to say that Kitten's not concentrating. It means this isn't instrumental in finishing the game. So that means that I don't need to go to the lab. I don't need to try and find a place to put it. Because if I played this game, then it wouldn't be a surprise, would it? But then, Kitten, that is putting an obstacle course, a mental obstacle course in front of me, right? Like, to put that information in front of me means that I then have to think, right, does that mean, could this maybe be, this information I've been given that I know that this is from a place, could this maybe be a difficult, could it be a different choice thing, could it be, and then I have to go through all of this gymnastics. Which personally, I prefer not to have to do, if that's okay. Razor, stop, please, everybody. People are usually so good at this stuff. Looks like it has a key. It does, but the thing is, Sothan, is I went into the caves to look to like fully search everything over the weekend, and I didn't find anywhere where this could go. But now I've got no motivation to find out, although it does look like I need to, right? It must do something, but it can't be important, right? I think we now know. It'd be fun to try and find out. Maybe it'll fill in some of the story gap, maybe? But where could I'm just trying to think where I could put it. I was going to try and continue to explain myself, but if I keep going, you're just going to keep trying to jump hurdles and shit. Okay, and I'm not angry, as long as you know that I'm not angry. But you see my logic, right? Who plays No Man's Sky and Make My Shit. You see Razor's downloading it again because this is so interesting to it. Looks a bit like the thing from the chamber where Timmy... It does, so I'm thinking maybe we take it to the lab.
Put it in your big bum.
Alright, we've got a mystery. I'm going to fucking solve it regardless. Even if it's not story related, I want to know what this is. Could I maybe revive Tim? No, because if I could revive Timmy with it, it would completely unpick the whole ending, right? I guess I would think of it more of an achievement type. Maybe, yeah. Where would it go? There was a door at the bottom of the cave, right? I opened that. I think I've opened all of the artifact-looking doors. Just thinking at the time I actually ended up spoiling a bit of Fallout because I was just thinking. I still feel bad about that. But had you ever played it, Sothan? If it was your actual knowledge, then that's one thing. But if it was a speculation, then that's fine. Yeah, alright, let's take it to the lab. Yeah, it'll do that, Aqua. It'll do that. Oh, I really wish I thought it was to do with the story, though. Imagine my mind would be racing and I'd be back in the Forest High again. You asked me to look something up to find out if it was a bug instead of basic communication. I basically went and said it's working and here's how it's done. Oh, I see. Oh, because you wasn't thinking. I thought you said just because you was thinking, so then. Anyway, that's another tree from the other end of that. Is there a bomb thing here, maybe? Because I never made the old gun, did I? But I'm less interested in that kind of thing.
Let's change the subject. What is this game with the weird bunny rabbit that all the girls in their underwear are playing on Twitch at the moment?
Wait, is there actually one? You're into the Twitch mate. But Sothan, you can't say that. Our Prime Minister will ban us all. Come back in 2 weeks and it'll tell you to do it again, Aqua, yeah. Right. Wait. I need to think about this. This fucking thing... I can't use it, can I? It has to open something, but what? The first thing we should go back and check is the artifact in the lab, right? But how do I get... Oh, I'm going to have to go through the fucking thingy again, aren't I? I'm going to have to go through the... Sinkhole lab thing again. Maybe it's just a fancy arrow. Why would it say a question mark? Is there anything... Have I not unlocked something I can build, have I? No, because I've ticked everything up. I don't understand. Aqua, by the way, Mina, I apologise if the subs... When the subs came through, I was absolutely bamboozled right there, but I appreciate it very, very much, as always. Merca, welcome to the stream. Good morning. Reeps, good afternoon. What's the name of the game, Martin? People want to know. Didn't you take an elevator down? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I could maybe do it through the snow biome. That's true. True. No, wait, because I haven't got the fucking snow costume. Maybe we can go there. Yes. Yeah. Let's go back to base. Let's save. Then I'm going to go north. And I think I can maybe survive the snow biome by just keeping a... Because I've not explored the snow biome at all. You can make a cold suit, or a warm suit, whatever it's called, which can help you survive cold weather, you would imagine. Can I make that now? I think you need... deer skin, maybe? Warm suit, there. 1 rabbit, 6 deer, 4 boar, 2 rope, 2 cloth, and whatever that is on the left. What is that on the left? Don't answer if you know, of course. Weird ghost bunny rabbit thing at the moment. Yeah, it's a sequel to an indie game that a lot of people liked. And even more people enjoyed not liking with a vague sense of superiority. It turns out the cannibals, Aqua, were absolutely irrelevant. It's going alright, Marker. I thought, about 10 minutes ago, I thought I was just about to finish it. But instead, I've been given this, and I don't know what it does. Easy Green, good morning. Turns out putting the keycard in the boat, Easy Green, was not the end of the game. I'm going to go back to the lab. I thought the game was girls with bunny ears in underwear. I read that completely wrong. What, is that the user base for that game? Azar, is that what you're wearing right now? What would it be doing on the boat? The boat belongs to Megan's father, Matthew Cross, who's like the pseudo-antagonist kind of thing before Megan turns into a monster. In fact, he's the antagonist, right? It's the hot new game that they can draw people in with if their tits aren't working. Such a cynical website. Say girls in underwear, ironically. It seems to be the thing on Twitch when a popular title comes out. Yeah, it was massively anticipated. And do you know what? I read an article. I said I read an article. I watched a video about an article where apparently some indie developers, probably a small number, I'm not going to do that stupid thing of pretending like it's all of them, are kind of annoyed with Team Cherry? Is that how you say it? That made Hollow Knight, made Silksong. Because they were too pro-consumer and released it at $20. And they said that it would make other indie products be held up to that level of quality, which is unrealistic, if they charge more than $20. It would set unrealistic standards for the industry. And it might be the first thing I kind of get what they mean. Awful devs for doing that. It's not unrealistic, make a good game. Nah. Like, I kind of see where they're coming from. Because as objective objective a statement as that is, and it sounds correct, like there is some truth to it, but it's just fucked that it's a sign of how the industry works, in that pro-consumer is not the priority, even on an indie level. That makes sense. I don't know about PlayStation hardware. Make a good game and charge a fair price. Yeah, I think this is a sign that it's not as simple as that, right? As much as it feels like it should be. All it's going to do is embarrass AAA studios for putting out $80 shit. That's, yeah, at the same time, though. I'm not sure Ubisoft's going to notice. Yeah. Yeah, like I kind of get it. Like, if anything's $25 in the future, and it's not Silksong quality, which is, according to a lot, as perfect a game as you can get, I kind of understand what they're saying. Actually, where they're coming from, I agree with that completely, but I stand by indie companies not putting absolute bullshit out and charging 40 quid just because it's the industry standard for games that aren't AAA. But that's the thing, I suppose. Like, if the argument is, right, if your project to make a profit requires $30 to be charged for it or whatever, if that's the outcome that has been decided by all of the accountants or whatever, whoever would make the publisher, and you can't afford and you're going to immediately get backlash because it's not Silksong quality for $15 less, it could cause serious detriment to your product, right? It's difficult. I think Valheim was like 20 Reaps dollars. Although I joke about the girls in the underwear thing. When Hogwarts Legacy came out, the Twitch homepage was literally just that when I opened it. Right, I'm going north. My pie in the sky hope is that consumers notice and stick with games that are better value for money than the big stuff. Stick with games that are better value for money. Yeah, Team Cherry doesn't need to care, kid. It's the ripple effect that they're interested in, right? Looking at Hollow Knight, it's a game you play only once and put to bed, so surely the price tag warrants it. No, it does, Reaps. It absolutely does, but the problem is it's such high quality that it sets in the indie developers' minds an unrealistic standard for other products of such scale and budget, right? If you're a game that takes 50 people to make, and it makes sense to charge more, but it better be a great game if you need that many people to make the fucking thing. Oh my god! Oof. Fucking hell, fire. Christ. Game consumers need to stop looking for value for money. Yeah. Sort of, because you can really, really devalue what makes a game important if playtime counts for value for money, right? Hollow Knight is 46 and Valheim is 80 and Silksong is 59. Gotcha. I can go see an 80-minute film or a 3-hour one for the same ticket price. And one's not guaranteed to be better value than the other, right? A bread loaf is objectively better than sushi because you get more calories in it. Yeah, KCD's a difficult one though, Martin. KCD was like it had a like mid-tier budget, and it was made by Daniel Vavra, who'd already put out a bunch of AAA high-quality games, right? I think indie would be a little disingenuous for KCD, but it's definitely not. It definitely wasn't a AAA game. That's a fair point, but I mean a bit more than just the number of hours. Ori and the Blind Forest was a shorter game, but absolutely amazing value for money. Yes, quality is... yeah. It's quality, not amount, right? We all talk about quality over quantity, and then when we talk about games, it's like, well, I only got 10 hours out of it, it's not worth X. All depends on the game, right? You're more likely to go viral at a low price as well, so if you an unknown dev or indie, you won't have a marketing budget. That is true, actually, I suppose. If a game's really good for a $5, would that get you some kind of viral... I say viral in a heavily tongue-in-cheek, but would that get you exposure? I suppose it might, or it could. I always feel like I'd gladly die on the hill that games are considerably cheaper than they should be, given the ever-increasing production values and scale we continue to expect. Yeah, that's the thing. If games scaled based on the amount of people and time and effort and budget that went into it, then GTA 5 would have been like $700 for the fucking disc, right? Razor, by the way, because of this fucking game confusing the shit out of me, you're going to end up seeing the gazebo that I hoped you'd miss because you weren't here for it. We want quality, not value for money. Yeah, and then the quality becomes the value, right? Seems like a low price would be a good initial draw, but anything that in the longer term would need to be gameplay related. Yeah, exactly. It would... That's the thing, right? To go back to Martin's example, if I was sat here in a bikini, god damn it would bring in the viewers, but I have to be at least entertaining enough to keep their attention. Otherwise they're just going to click off again once they've had their fun. Gameplay is the weakest part of Blind Forest. One of the whispering proves it could be. The gameplay is mostly the delivery system for art and story, which I think is fine for some games, but for others it needs the gameplay to be good. Oh, you're responding to... Didn't like Ori enough to keep playing. All games should be free and reflect microtransactions. Finally, Reap, somebody said it. Good, right. I'm going to sleep. And then we're going to set off to the north. It turns out, everybody, I thought I was beating the game today, but I'm not, because what I thought was the end is not the fucking end. Right, somewhere in the north is the entrance to the lab. We're going to take the artifact to the north. I don't do it. Do I make this? Let's see, while I'm waiting till I can sleep. Let's see if I can make the thingy suit, the warm suit. Listen, the cannibals out there, they're wild. Do you have any bikinis in your Amazon wishlist? I don't even have an Amazon wishlist. That's how far behind I am. Even though my boss is Jeff Bezos, technically. Schmidt, say you well. I'd never fit in one. Okay, right, how do I make this warm suit? Because we might as well wear it so I don't have to rely on using stupid fucking torches to stay alive, because I'm going to burn through all of my cloth. Lizard skin, rabbit fur. Do I have 6 rabbit fur? Yes. Okay, we've got the... No, that's deer. Rabbit fur I've got 9 of. That's good, I only need 1. Deer I've got... Okay, I need some deer skin. Do I have some deer skin on the rack? Hello? I'm pushing my nose right up against you right now. Can I please look at what fucking... There we go. Rabbit, don't need. Rabbit, don't need. That's lizard. Deer. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6. Oop, I already had 1 too many. And then, none of that's boar, is it? Is there any boar on here? Fuck me. Oh, this game. That's rabbit skin.
I bet you never listened to the dinner ladies at school and you didn't bring your jacket out to the playground.
No. Right, rabbit fur, 6 deer skin. 4 boar I don't have. I can make rope though. Cloth. What is that on the left? What is that on the left where it says warm suit? And I'm only asking people that don't know. It looks like a little rocket ship. Is there a downed rocket maybe? Do you have any bikinis? It's because you're wearing them wrong. I don't understand what's happening. Let me just check. Quick check. There is 67,450 pedos on this island. Okay. Right. We're going to have to go use the torch method. Can I sleep? I can sleep. Yeah, man. Right. Let's eat, let's drink, and let's go. It's the missionaries. Guess I can just eat this raw, can't I? This might be the last time we leave. Does the artifact fit in somewhere with the Timmy bullshit? What if I was supposed to... No. I was going to say, what if I was supposed to... take it first? Take the artifact from the boat first, then go and do the ending. But I got the keycard to open the boat during the ending, right? Okay, I don't actually think this is the... Oh, this might be the... This... I don't know. I don't know. I used to hang around with the dinner ladies, yeah? With my most consistent friend. Right, let's go north. Shall I just strike north into the snow biome and we'll just enter the snow? I've never been in the snow. What if there's a whole bunch of shit and lore and cool caves and stuff that I've just never experienced in the snow biome? What if there's like... What if that's where the combat shotgun is and this could have been a lot easier? What if I should have made the fucking warm suit? Although I don't know what the... Is there any animals I've not come across? What's that? In here somewhere, right? No. Here? No. Here? No, I've seen everything, look. Oh, maybe not. Is that a raccoon I can see? Is there other animals I've not seen? Oh, there is. A great white shark. Press 1 to... No, I've been eaten. Oh, I suppose I got eaten by a great white shark. But... obviously, I had to respawn. A raccoon. I've never seen a raccoon in this game, actually. Is that what I need for the warm suit? Does the warm suit require a raccoon's face? Is that a raccoon on the left on the warm suit list? You see it? I can't hover over it on the map. You can see it, right? This. Is that far left thing a raccoon's face? Why are some partially coloured? I think it's if I've seen them, Dougie, so when you encounter a species, it pops up in there. Satan, good afternoon. Probably a raccoon skin cap. True, he's green. Maybe? But I don't know what that would be good for. I said goodbye to the world, Satan. Made this big song and dance about ending the game. Put the keycard that I got from the end game the other day into the boat to be like, and that's it. Goodbye, the forest. But instead, it gave me this fucking thing. Some thing. Some artifact or whatever. So I don't know what the fuck it is. So now I'm taking it back into the lab where Timmy died to see if I can... I have no idea, Satan, honestly. The thing is, it completely bamboozled everybody who's played the game before. So even they don't know what it is, so it's not story-related. It looked more like a killer whale head that would have made some sense if it was blubber you needed for a warm suit. He is correct, you know. It does look like the head of a fish, doesn't it? Why it's a shark, isn't it? Is it a shark? Could I have skinned the sharks on the beach this whole time? We might not need it, though. Like, if I need the warm suit to go into the snow biome, then we'll... Just look at the model of the artifact. It just looks like a model of the artifact to me. Kind of mine. It looks like the top of the artifact. But it's definitely to do with the same ancient balls, but bollocks. Alright, we're in the snow. I don't know anything about the snow biome. The only thing I know about the snow biome is that I was in it for 2 seconds and then had to leave. Yeah, you can understand Easy Green there. Quick sharkish. Those damned ancient balls. I'm going to build myself a little lean-to up here in this just so I can save. if I die, we'll come back to it. Day 100, by the way.
I have a theory, maybe the doctor forgot this piece and that's why Megan became that monster.
What the fuck are you? Where have you come from? No! Stop fucking laughing. Oh shit, there's tons of them. I was theorising then. Right, he's dead. He's dead. Turns out, by the way, I didn't realise this, but if you shoot cannibals in the head, it's a one-shot. He's eating his... I've never seen them eating each other before. I could have been one-shotting cannibals this whole time. I didn't realise it was a one-shot. Right. I got rid of one of my fucking pink armoured things. Bastards. Still look, if you shoot anything in the head, it's a one-shot. I wish that was true in 95% of video games, so then that would be lovely. Sassy bitch. Right. I'm burning these nerds, I need their bones. Bird, stop eating corpses, that's disgusting and disrespectful. Just throw them on a fucking fire. Clearly you've not played The Division. Or any Bethesda game. True, Eric. Cannibals doing what cannibals do. Are you not burning, ma'am? Let me fix that for you. Are you not burning, ma'am? Let me fix that for you. Are you not burning, ma'am? Let me fix that for you. Thank you. That's not a bad idea though, Radware. He might be right. Like, if... Is it possible that that piece is what is necessary? What if I could have resurrected Timmy this entire fucking time if I'd have taken the keycard, gone to the boat, got that, and then... Nah. Now that would be a lot to expect a player to guess, right? Yeah, that might be unreasonable, actually. Alright, just making some armour for the future. Give me more boons. I actually got the good ending. Saying, yeah, if you weren't, for those that weren't there on Thursday, it was a secret lab in the end, and it wasn't to do anything to do with the devil. Also, the cannibals, not related to the story at all, by the way. Completely irrelevant. As far as I can tell. Is the weed burned dead? Yeah, so... It turns out, the cannibal that kidnapped Timmy at the start wasn't actually a cannibal. It was a scientist from the Sahara Corporation that were here studying the artifacts. An artifact under the map. That guy, Dr. Matthew Cross, brought his daughter to apparently the evil corporation was here to study these artifacts that can potentially bring people back from the dead. And he needed a live child to sacrifice to do it. So his daughter, who looked like terminally ill with some issue or another, his daughter was going to die, or was already gone. So he used this technology that the artifact can do to bring the plane down at the start to maroon me on the island that's not actually a fucking island, it's a peninsula in Canada. And the ending would be... So she'd mutated... His daughter, who he brought back, didn't actually get brought back cleanly. She'd mutated into this big, like, leg monster thing. So I had to kill the mutant leg monster toddler. And then, with the remains of her body, I had to put it in the artifact to resurrect Timmy, to bring him back to life. But to do that, I couldn't use Megan's body because she was dead. So I have to... So the solution was... I could have just walked up to here, by the way, and saved myself all the effort with the torch. So the solution was I had to do the same thing the doctor did. Bring a new plane down, because I identified one on the machine. It said it's got like 4 toddlers on it. Do we want to smash this into the island and potentially use it to save Timmy? And I was like, no, of course not. We'll just say goodbye to Timmy, and left. So Timmy's dead, but it's the good ending. The bad ending would be clearly to resurrect Timmy into a fucking demon and kill 200 people to do it, right? So we kind of got the good ending, I'd say. I'm a bad father, yeah, I don't... fucking kill tons of innocent people, including children, and literally pull the life saw. Put a child, a random child, an innocent child, in a box and stick it full of spikes to get the good ending. Right, snow biome. Somewhere up here is the entrance to the lab where I'm going to put the key card, but I can't fucking remember where. Actually, the forest is not related. Yeah, so as a result, the forest is not related to the forest at all. It was all about that lab. 40 minutes to the end of the stream. I think we might end up playing this tomorrow, yeah. Well, I can't leave a game unfinished, can I? Are you a raccoon? No, you're not. You're a stupid fucking squirrel. You're a deer in a snow biome. Canada, so the long dark, but slightly warmer. Yeah. Technically, get a load of this easy screen. The main character in this game is called Eric. Eric Lestrange. No, Leclerc Lestrange for me. Eric Leclerc. French-Canadian gentleman, right? So he's a Canadian called Eric. And our Eric, what's the name of his cat? Did I say Lestrange? What's Lestrange? Where have I got Lestrange from? 6-4, welcome to the stream. I thought we were done today. I did as well. Then I got to what looked like the ending, and I got given an artifact, which is like... I should be searching these walls, shouldn't I? I got an item, and I don't know what it does now, and I'm going to go and try and take it back to where the game ended and put it in there. Maybe you were thinking of Lestrange? Lestrange. No, that means something. Is that plane wreckage? How's your vision, 6-4? Is it getting any better? Well, will you watch the other end? I might do, yeah. Bellatrix, that's the one. Yeah. Harry Potter. Bellatrix Lestrange. I had a feeling it might... I thought it might be like Dickensian in a way, because it's kind of a Dickensian name, right? And instead it was J.K. Rowling who uses the Dickensian naming method. This is the plane. This is a cockpit. Yeah. Cleared up a lot after I mentioned it in Discord. I think I know the problem now. Is it something fixable at least? Another outfit. This is a pilot's outfit, isn't it? It looks like it, yeah. I don't want a pilot's outfit, fuck that. Huh. Hello? Flare gun. Exclusive TV star's wife. No, wait, no. Fucking hell, game. Bring me that back. Is that me? It was Matthew Cross's wife that died, not Matt. That is me and Timmy. I'm a TV star. Is that just a quick way to explain that I've got no wife and we don't need to worry about Timmy's mother? I'm famous. I'm a celebrity. Please, God, get me out of this game. Shit, no, stop. But Matthew Cross's wife had died, not... Start the plane and get off this island. Start of the beer is the cure to all life's ailments. I bet there's so much in this snowy area to find and I just haven't. I'm trying to work out how that fits. Did what say definitely real? It's a fucked up I'm a celebrity. I should have made that joke actually. I don't remember this though, so I think we're a bit further across. Did he say ancient somewhere? No, that's the artifact, Eric. That's the actual thing that we put Timmy in. Oh, the magazine's name is definitely real. Oh yeah, I did look up there. Definitely, I guess it's like a reality magazine, right? That is me and Timmy though, right? That's what Timmy was that ugly, if I recall. I would be able to check, but my fucking main character burnt the only lasting image of his own son for some fucking reason. I guess I'm going to be over there. That's where I need to be looking, right? Because that's where the... I hate this game. Because that's where the mountain was. I hate this game. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh yeah, fancy arrows. I can use fancy arrows in my bow. Let's go check this slit though first. So that looks like a cave entrance. Ant-Man and Deck Pet are about to walk in and say the public have chosen you for their bush tucker. No. Gonna make me say diary room. This could be the entrance, is it, maybe? Because I came through a long cave, didn't I? That's how I got out. Left or right? Somebody pick. It's gonna be right anyway. Anyone we're talking about is right. It's gonna be right. Eric says right. What if the cave entrance didn't exist? Actually, how far along am I? I should probably play this sensibly. I'm off the map entirely. Lovely. Let's just make sure. I'm going to sprint this left-hand side and check. Just got paid a plastic leaf for a bottom of milk. That's good. That's a good exchange rate. So I'm going to sprint down here and just check for a cave entrance. Okay, right. I did actually, because I was freezing to death, walk straight past the cockpit. Unless this is a different cave. Let's just check. Is this the cave that leads back to the lab? And now I've got to fucking warm up. I need to build that warm suit. Have I got permission to play the game overnight and get that warm suit crafted? But then I don't know where you get shark skins. So that's a key. But it's a key that opens what? Yeah. I feel like that transition going from outside to inside. Oh, it is something. Yeah, it's under my face. It actually has the loading symbol. Yeah, it's like every other game in that respect. Which has always been clever, right? It's just not as seamless as it is in Tomb Raider 2013, I think, is the best example of them, right? Where everyone's like, oh, fucking sick of this game, where they make Lara squeeze through a tight gap. And text player control. I don't know why they're all from Barnsley. Text player control away, it's shit. But it's a fucking loading screen. If it's paused and showed a loading screen, they'd be even more angry. I don't know where this cave is. Hang on. These caves were in the south, weren't they, previously? So is this cave... No, this must be a cave, because if it's not on the map, then this must be the one that leads back to the lab, because that wasn't mapped, right? Who said that? I need names. All of band. Charlie Williams. Take me back to the lab. I can't remember if this is the case, because I was in a mood, and I was rushing because I didn't have time on Thursday, right? Because if this fails, we have to go back through the fucking thingy, don't we? We have to go back through the sinkhole cave to get back to the lab. Was there a swimming section before? Right, anybody that has a normal memory that's functional and works all the way back to Thursday, was there a swimming section that hasn't played the game before, obviously? Or am I in the wrong fucking cave? Let's find out. I've got juice for the rebreather, so it's fine. There wasn't Shaggy Dance. Where am I then, I wonder? We'll give this a full explore before we go then. Oh no, did I drop down from there and this is a dead end and I can't go back in? Yeah, I bet it's like in Dead Mines. Oh no, don't say that. Was this just a nook or is there an entrance here or an exit maybe? Hello? Oh, okay, no, we're safe, saved. You look scary for a second. Dead Mines, you say? Where are the pirates? That's a good example actually, so imagine a dungeon in WoW where all the quests that led you into the dungeon and the last boss and his dialogue and the note that he leaves that leads you out of the dungeon are completely irrelevant to every single mob and all of the design of the dungeon and all of the encounters and all of the other bosses. Only the last room, the last boss and the quest that led you in are relevant. I bring you to the forest. It's just a gameplay bridge. Fuck it up. Right, we've warmed up now. So I think. Still not sure they're entirely disconnected in their background, only in the main story. Yeah, well, it's the main story is what I was referring to there, so then, yeah. But I don't know, like, I don't see how they fit into the main story. And there's been no answers as to their origin. And I'm worried that they are just cannibals, because that's an interesting enemy to fight while you're doing the main and unrelated story. This is the right way. If this is the right way, then there's going to be a load of boxes to the right up here, and then we can get back into the lab. It turns out, cats, I was given this, which is an artifact. This was on the yacht, and it wasn't actually... The keycard didn't actually enable the yacht, it gave me this. Like some kind of artifact. So now we're trying to work out where the fuck this thing goes so we can get some closure. But now I'm about to take it back to the lab. Do take your point though, if you're in a zone full of defiers, you'd expect the zone and dungeon to also be related. Yeah, exactly. Alcohol is good though, I need booze because that's important to... Wait, where am I? Up here maybe? Yeah, okay, we're here. Okay. Can I get back into the lab? Hello? Please? Hello? I beat the forest and all I got was this lousy artifact. Is this just the way that they ship stuff in? No, it wouldn't be because there's a... This is just a fucking storage area, isn't it? Because you wouldn't have cardboard. Instead, it feels like you went to the farms, saw the reapers that went crazy, and then suddenly there are also pirates everywhere with no connecting link. Yeah. Can I not get in? I'm going to knock on the door. I tell you what, I can knock on the door. Cover your ears. Stand back. Used to turn the power back on. Yeah, some fucking pillock on Thursday turned it off. Can't remember who he was, but he was very handsome. He had a cat named Timmy. Yeah, it's part of the reveal at the end, Easy Green from Thursday. They're working on children. So what then? I assume... No, but here's the question. If it won't let me in this way... Yeah, because it will let me in at the sinkhole cave way, right? Because... that's already open. Like, that's cracked open. I can just walk back through the red corridor. We've got Starbucks here. Don't get it. I guess now I have to go back through the fucking sinkhole cave to get into the lab, but that's only if we think that it will be useful in there. Because otherwise, where else would it be? The game's put this here for a reason, right? So it must be relevant to this ending. The dumb thing is, right, I searched... The reason I have this compound board I didn't last week is I searched every inch of this map as best I could. Because part of me thought, nobody's going to want me to check through the fucking flight manifest to find all of the passengers, but I was kind of interested in doing it. And as a result, I found this compound board in one of the caves in the... Where was that? I can't remember which fucking cave it was in now. But that helpfully means that I have checked every single nook and cranny that I could find in these caves and found nothing. I've not found a single thing where this could go in. I've not found it. All the artifact, we'll call them, artifact doors are already cracked. What? What? It didn't go... No, because I checked the boat, didn't I? I was just thinking then, what if the artifact thing goes on the boat? Right, in terms of the artifact, what could this be? If this is what the artifact... Let me see if I can actually find a proper drawing. Also, for those that were here 20 minutes ago, it turns out I'm a famous TV star, and my wife died. This thing, look. This is the artifact. This is what Timmy got put in. It looks like this, right? So is there somewhere the base of one of these that doesn't have the top part? Because that top part is this, right? What the fuck is going... So many random pill bottles so carefully placed around in this cave, yeah. There's a lot of that, and it all respawns. Okay, I'm hungry. Let's have a couple of these snack bars instead. I'll have to warm myself up again. It didn't, Adam, no, it gave me this thing, an artifact. And I don't know where the artifact goes, so that's the current mission. I also got a flare gun, didn't I? I forgot about that. Press 1 to make an effigy of Sothan and shoot it with a flare gun. Yeah, so now we're wandering around trying to think of where it might go, and I can't get back into the lab via this entrance. Wait, did I? No. Does this go somewhere? Yeah. No, wait, so what's down there? Did I explore down here on Thursday? I could hear something alive. Hang on, let me just check this. Is this a new cave? I don't know if something's alive down there. In fact, I've got a gun. You can aim down sights. Alright, that's pretty neat, actually. Flare gun. Flare gun. Maybe I can go to the beach with the SOS sign, shoot the flare gun in the air. Passing planes. Good. Maybe? I bet there's something to that, you know. Maybe that's how we leave. What's down here, though? Let me go check. We've got to try that next. So optimistic. How cute. Well, I'm fucking stuck for how to beat the game at this point. Okay. Okay, I've got rocks. Hang on. We'll see you land at the 737 on the beach to come and pick you up. Ooh, that didn't take rocks. That took the. That took. Did. Oh. Was I supposed to, when I left the cave earlier, on Thursday, find this? But I didn't, because I was probably moaning and talking to you lot. Then I walked out of here, straight to the boat. If I'd have walked out of here straight to the boat, I'd have seen this, known that this wasn't accepting rocks. Then I would have... Yeah, what a happy accident. I don't think it's an accident, Eric. I think this is how this is designed. I think you're supposed to come down here when you leave the lab and then be like, well, this doesn't fit. This doesn't fit rocks and skulls like normal. What do I need for it? And then you give up, go to the boat, put the keycard in the boat, get the thing, come back. But I didn't, because I was too busy distracted by you fucking dickheads. Missionaries are cannibals. They were worshipping this and they were stricken and died where they were. It's glowing like the thing was on the ceiling. Just going to mute alerts for a second. Something spinning? Why does it sound like there's the entirety of the enemies in the game coming? Something's approaching. It would have to fall to get to me, right? It's a teleportation device that's going to take me home. If I touch it, will I get killed? I dare get near it for some reason. Right, are you missionaries? It's hard to tell. Been here a long time. Although there's still flesh on the bone. This is going to kill me, isn't it? It's a small version of the artifact. Is this a handheld EMP? Does this EMP the boat back to running and I can get on the boat and leave? It's a mini version of the plain EMP. Another artifact. Don't stab yourself. Stab yourself. Is it asking me to kill myself? Can I take this into the lab and stand in the artifact and sacrifice myself to bring Timmy back to life, therefore creating Sons of the Forest as the sequel with Timmy as the... Is this the end? If so, I'm going to stab myself. Forest, you have been confusing, and I don't know if you're about to end right now. I've said goodbye to this game about 7 times. Finally, the portal to hell, the Doom prequel is complete. Goodbye? Ooh. What have I broken it? Might be a fancy lawn ornament. Have I broken it? What have I done? Is the EMP now disabled so the boat can run? It's a cat scarer. So I can switch it between 2 modes, but what does it fucking mean? We bring this nerd back to life? Switch it to red? Something to do with the cannibals? Well, it would be the first fucking thing that does relate to the cannibals in this game. Gotta be for the surface. So I can put it down in red or green mode. Does it open the door? What, the door up here maybe? Possibly. They all died of natural causes, I'm sure you see. Playing with it in the dark will make you go blind. So, in my theory... Sorry, my theory about the boat... So there's 2 theories I now have for how to leave the island. Right? One is the boat. And maybe it's not in my inventory. Why? Oh, I can put it away. Does it go in my inventory somewhere? There. Artifact, question mark. Stop saying that. Stop fucking saying... So this goes somewhere, but where? Something else in here? Right, let's try and think like a developer this time and not like a fucking idiot that's talking to 20 people on the other monitor and distracting it. If this part is something to do with down here, then what's... Then the other part must surely be around here somewhere as well. I don't really believe you're leaving the island even more after you learn to build effigies. Yeah, I was worried about that. Can't I just do it until I need glasses? But if that's true, then what's this? Come on, come on. My faith that the game is going to actually connect the cannibals is suddenly reignited. Should I try and fuck with this around the cannibals? The cannibals will maybe... Yeah, maybe it's like permanent red... See, that's what I'm hoping for, Radway, that this is relevant to my ending. But what? Whatever it does, why is it not... What? Have I missed some clue that would help explain what it does? Red can't be good, but red has helped with confusing the... Not confusing, I think making the cannibals worship me. No, it can't be. I mean, it might be in sandbox mode. We thought that, right? But it can't be if there's still got all of these clues that are very much tied to the endgame. This has to do something. Does this let me back through the door? Does it turn the power on? That will re-enable the door, maybe? That feels thin. What is it? Right, let's go try it on the cannibals. I mean, look what we've got to work with, Radway. Anything's possible at this point. I'm cursed for killing my own son. Yeah. It's a damn shame I didn't do the obvious moral good and murder 150 people to bring him half back. Yeah. No, I know, Radway, but look, what the fuck have we got to work with at this point, right? Don't get it, Augie, honestly. It's fucked. I finally put the keycard in the boat to leave. And it gave me an artifact. I searched everywhere for the artifact, went all the way back to the endgame area again. Sorry, I put alerts back on. Went all the way back to the endgame area again, and it turns out the artifact opened a door, which gave me another artifact that I could turn to red or fucking blue and stick in the ground, and I don't know what the fuck it does. I can't... Well, that might have to be the thing I do next, Radway, yeah. I might make that warm suit tonight. Timmy will know what to do. But, like... Here's the thing that's confusing me. This game has spent the entire thing treating the player like a fucking idiot. Right? Even on this difficulty. So would it now...
Put your artifact in it.
I mean, I don't know why I'm putting it in. Would, at the 11th hour, the climax to the game on this ending require the player to come up with all of this? Is this why nobody here had heard of it? Is it some extra shit that's not there? No, because it can't be, right? Because the keycard and the boat has been baited, has been set up from the start, right? So it must mean something. But everything else that I've thought has been set up from the start was fucking meaningless. Is this meaningless? Probably saves Timmy without costing a few plates. Well, that's what I thought, but it won't let me back in the lab. What would the clues be if it was a repellent? Other than Wikipedia. Looks like the pheromone thing. It does cats, yeah, that was my first thought too. Light up bug zappers. No, no going over 6-4. Oh shit, I didn't realise what time it was. Oh fucking hell. Okay, right. I suppose then we have to play this again tomorrow so we can work out what the flying fuck this thing is. What makes you think it would be a repellent, you guys? Right, sorry everybody if you're here for marbles, I do apologise. I'm going to run back now. We've been absolutely bamboozled by this game. Let's go, quick. I'll make a lean-to and we'll save. Right, tomorrow then we're going to try the SOS on the beach. On the beach tactic. I'm going to fire a flare and see if that'll get us off the island. Then I'm going to see if this thing will turn the boat on. I thought it was finishing, Dougie. It remembers me of a torch from Minecraft mod that repels mobs. It's the same colour. I am suspicious suddenly. Alright, say no more, say no more, say no more. Let's build this, and then let's save, and then let's go do marbles. They made a noise when I brought it out again. Fuck, I need 10 sticks. Hang on everybody, I'm getting 10 sticks. Thought the Snowy Mountains were just eye candy in the distance. Nah, cats, the lab at the end is actually in there. And that was me coming out of the exit of it. For them powerful wrist ball exercises. Yeah, I thought the game was ending, Dougie, that's why we didn't last week. The unbeatable human desire for an answer, even if wrong, instead of accepting you don't know. The unbeatable human desire for an answer, even if wrong, instead of accepting you don't know. So it's a repellent. Tell me you guys didn't Google that, because I've got a really awful feeling and I don't want to accuse anybody. It even makes the same noise as them things. Alright, we'll find out tomorrow anyway. Let me save that. And then that'll do, and we'll go play marbles. Okay, there's more to discover apparently. This game has been up and down again. I don't know. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll find our answers and we'll get through it. But this is. You can't say that I haven't been giving this game the benefit of the doubt. Now we have to work out what this artifact does. But I have a feeling we've been told. Let's get out of here. Right, let's go have an orange winning marble, shall we? And finish it all off. Lovely. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate everybody's patience as I try and get some kind of... Oh, there's a cloud error on my save. As I try and get some kind of closure on this god-awful game. You prefer the ending where you stabbed yourself? Yeah, me too. I thought it was going to be some kind of sacrifice or something, and it might still be. But for now, everybody, let's pick a winner using marbles, and let's get out of here, shall we? Lovely. Let's have an orange win as well. I feel like I need one today. Just stab yourself with it and call the game done. I tried to, cheeky, yeah. I thought that was what it was originally suggesting. Suggesting. Not yet, Olga, no, because I need to make sure I've seen this one. Right. Is marbles crashed? Marbles? Hello? Hello? Marbles? Earth to... Hello? It's crashed. Give me a second, let's just put it back on full screen. Then I'll go and sort out the music, and we'll get going. Stupid forest bamboozling me. I was wondering where the stab yourself thing came from. No, it's... I found that artifact, and it looked like... Because, like, it opens itself, and then there's, like, a big spike that comes down from it, and your character, like, holds it as if he's pointing the spike towards your torso. And it looked like it was going to be something like you ritually sacrifice yourself or something, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. Keeps the mosquitoes away on your base. Oh, I'm really nervous suddenly that... Yeah. You can see where I'm coming from, everybody, right? Right, if you'd like to join in for marbles, which I apologise is late, we'll get into this immediately. The password for today, if you'd like to join in, with the scores currently set at 170 to 127, the password is... Artifact. It's just a Temu lawn light. As far as I know, that's all it's fucking good for. Right, we've got Paula for the greens, Martin for the greens, Azar for the greens, Cats for the greens, Alcarion for the oranges, Cheeky for the oranges, Lundios for the greens, Satan for the oranges, Augur for the greens, 6-4 for the greens, Radware for the greens, Eric for the greens, Adam for the greens. You were a green, right, Adam? Reaps for the greens, Easy Green for the greens, Bear for the greens, Marnrat, good morning, welcome to the stream, for the oranges, Shaggy Dan for the oranges, Razor, somebody check in Discord if Adam was agreeing. Razor for the oranges, Keaton for the oranges, Dougie for the greens, Mina for the oranges, Tagslack for the oranges, Surfer for the greens, Azzy, welcome to the stream, for the oranges, Schmitz. You was the one that suggested it and I didn't put your name down. My bad. Schmitz for the oranges, Gwynblade for the greens, and Lark, welcome to the stream for the green. How's it going, Lark? Welcome in, everybody. Adam, yeah. Oh, check. May have dropped out over time, which is fine. I think he's a green, though. Yeah. Right. 28 marbles enter the race. First person to pick it up between tips to love. Go. Let's get this done. We have Paula, Martin, Azar, Cats, Alcarion, Cheeky, Lundios, Satan, Augur, 6-4, Radware, Eric, Adam, Reaps, Easy Green, Bear, Monrot, Shaggy Dan, Razor, Kitten, Dougie, Mina, Tagslack, Sothan, Azzy, Schmitz, Gwynblade, and Lark. 11 oranges and 17 greens. Mindright says 1, we're going express delivery. 28 marbles enter. 3, 2, good luck, team. Current scores then are 170 to 127. Orange is holding on to a 43-point gap. We can do this. Oh, is he back in? There he is, yeah. Yep. He was a green. I'm fairly sure he was a green. You're in again, there we go, gotcha. Right, 6-4 is the record holder on 59 seconds. Can that be beaten? That was 6-4 getting the God Paul, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Can we have an orange do it? Yeah, he's been around for a long time. I'm just trying to remember what he was previously. Shit. Gwynblade suddenly gets a good drop. There is no... Oh no, Razor is the only orange we've got faith in. Gwynblade, Lundio, 6-4, all in the lead. Oh, you good, Adam? It happens, right? It's all fine. You know to explain yourself. Can Gwynblade get the first point of the week then? The Oranges managed to just clinch last week by 1 point. All we need to do is that another 43 times, win a week by 1 point for the next 43 weeks, and we might catch up. Come on, Razor, get round him. Is 6-4 going to replicate his win from last week? So there's a very good portal combination that can get you right to the end if you're lucky enough. Augur's going to try it. And he's missed it. That was close. Is anybody getting it? Easy Green, Mindright, Alcarion, the last to potentially get it. Kitten's going to go for some stunts. That looks brave, and it didn't pay off. Mindright dead. Kitten dead. Nobody's getting the good portal then. Bear is let through. Can Bear get his second ever point? Shaggy Dan in second for the oranges. Dougie in third for the greens. Shaggy Dan needs a good exit here and he's not got one. Ooh, this looks bad. I don't know if anything can stop Bear at the... Bear, have lots of trouble. Bear? Bear. Bear, hit the obstacles that don't exist and fall off. Dougie, do the same. Bear for the Greens gets his second ever point in Doomhaus history. The Greens take their 171st point, and Bear is creeping up for Royal Rumble qualification right now. Shit. Bear, good work. 171. The gap increases to 44, and there's only 55 points to play for in final week. If the Greens do any more damage, they will rule out final week being an option for the Oranges. Oranges, you know what to do. Don't let the bastards grind you down. Schmitz, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take the crown off. Bear, congratulations. Bear now overtakes Shrill, Cheeky, Velasquez, Gara, Fisty, Santa, Vex, Chrisman for a Eurovision qualification. Not Eurovision, the Royal Rumble qualification. Shit. Right, lovely. Bear, good work. Dougie, second. Shaggy Dan did manage to get third, but Shaggy Dan was the only orange in the top 11. That was bad. That was really bad. Fuck. Bear, good work. And I'm going to go like this, Eurovision remastered. Like this and like this. And unfortunately, everybody, we've unlocked another forest stream tomorrow. What do we try?
Worms when?
That might be the closest ever to the mind right rule, yeah. I don't know about worms, actually. Mina, are you still here? Are you available? It's just back, so I don't know if we're playing hardcore tonight. But if we're not, we might be able to do some worms later on. The only bad part is that we have to play the forest tomorrow. That's true.
Worms tonight.
Stab it through the bottom of the boat, says Cheeky. And you know, I'm going to write all these suggestions down. I need a suggestion from everybody, but please don't Google. Please. Again, I can't think of anything in the caves. I can get rid of all this now, can't I? All of that, in fact. Alright. Stab the boat, says Cheeky. Stab a cannibal, says Olga. Use it in front of a cannibal, says Stubbler. Stab Timmy, says Radware. Revive the plane with it. Stab it on top of the highest point. Fucking hell, we could have been playing Grounded tomorrow. Shit. Is Megan's... True. Wait, yeah. Stab Megan. Stab Cross. True. SOS sign and flare gun to get fucking rescued. Plant it, water it, and harvest it. Plant it, water it, and harvest it. Right, I'm getting out of here. Thank you all for joining. Bear, congratulations. Good work to the Greens on your 171st point. Oranges, fix it tomorrow. Lovely. I'll be back tomorrow with more of the forest. Probably monster marbles if we can work out what to do. But if not, fuck it, right? Hello, is this the police? He's making a list.
Adds teeth to it, always works.
Right, that is going to do it for me. If you're staying on the platform, look out for Cheeky or Chrisman or Alkarion or Chaz or 6-4 or Shrill or anybody that streams in this fucking place. For now, however, I'm getting out of here. Love you all. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you all for the bits, the subs, the hosts, the raids, and everything. But Eric, can you give us our final word as I say? Radware, Augur, Bear, Easy Green, Shaggy Dan, Razor, Schmitz, Reeks, Cheeky, Kitten, and everybody else that I can't see on screen right now. You're all very lovely. I will see you all tomorrow. But the final word from Eric is this. Cursed wobbly ball thing.
In Romania,